Good day everyone. This is Engineer Armando Omanito and our topic for today is still in factoring. So, in factoring or in a quadratic equation, usually we have the maximum exponent of the variable to be 2 and usually there is only one variable. But in this case, we have three variables a, b, and x. And then the highest exponent is not 2 but 6 and we also have an exponent of 3. So how can this be a quadratic equation? So let us see. So we are given a to the 6 b squared minus 5a cubed bx minus 24x squared. So let's factor a to the 6 and b squared. So they have a common exponent of 2. So we will have quantity or the term inside the parenthesis should be a cubed b quantity squared. So if you multiply 2 times 3, we will have a to the 6 and then 2 multiplied by 1. So the exponent here is 1. 2 times 1 is b squared. So you will go back to the original answer. And then we have negative 5 and then right inside the parenthesis a cube b so that this will be similar to the first term. Okay, and then x minus 24x squared. So now we have a quadratic equation involving variable a cube b or term a cube b and term x squared. So we will use quadratic formula. So first, we have to rearrange this equation for convenience. So we have to write this term negative 24x squared to be the first term. So we have to multiply this by negative sign. So and then bracket negative quantity a cube b quantity squared plus, so this will become, so negative times negative is positive. You will go back to the original answer. And then negative times positive 5, a cube b quantity multiplied by x is negative 5 a cube b x. And then negative times positive is negative 24x squared. And then arrange the first term to be variable x, and then so we have 24x squared plus 5 a cube b x minus quantity a cube b quantity squared. So we will use quadratic formula. So our general quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And then our quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So for convenience, we will assume a cube b to be equal to 1 or a cube b quantity squared is equal to 1 squared. So that is for our own convenience. So we now have c to be equal to 1 for our assumption. So substitute all the given coefficient. So we have x is equal to negative b. Our negative b is 5. Okay? So our negative b is negative 5. So negative and then b is 5. Plus or minus square root of b squared. Our b is 5 and then minus 4 and then a is 24 and then c is negative 1. So include the sign negative 1. And then all over 2, our a is 24. And then simplify a little, x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus, b is 5 squared is 25. And then negative 4 times 24 times negative 1 is positive 96. All over 2 times 24 is equal to negative 5 plus or minus square root of 25 plus 96 is square root of 121. All over 2 times 24 is 48. So we have x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus. So, square root of 121 is 11 all over 48. So, x is equal to negative 5 plus 11 all over 48, or negative 5 plus 11 or 11 minus 5 is equal to 6. So, 6 over 48 is equal to 1/8. So, x is equal to 1/8. And then we have x is equal to negative 5 minus 11 over 48. So, negative 5 minus 11 is negative 16 all over 48. Or x is equal to negative 1/3. So, we have x is equal to 1/8. Okay? So, cross multiplication, x times 8 is 8x is equal to 1. And then, transpose 1 here. To the left side, we have 8x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, and then we have x is equal to negative 1/3. So, x is equal, cross multiplication, x times 3 is 3x is equal to negative 1. Transpose negative 1 to the left side, we have 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. So, we have here the original equation, or the arranged equation, to be negative 24, negative bracket 24x squared plus 5 quantity a cube b quantity x minus a cube b quantity squared. So, negative bracket 24x squared plus 5 a cube b x minus quantity a cube b squared is equal to negative, so 8, we have here 8x minus 1. But we made an assumption before, that 1 is equal, a cube b is equal to 1. So we now substitute a cube b in place of 1. So quantity 3x plus 1, or quantity 3x plus a cube b. So, multiply the negative sign. Negative 24x squared, and then negative times positive is negative 5a cube bx. Negative times negative is positive a to the 6b squared is equal to, so the same with this in this right side. So, you can multiply the negative sign to either of the two factors. So, we will multiply this negative sign to the first factor. So, negative times 8x is negative 8x. Negative times negative a cube b is equal to positive a cube b. And then we have 3x plus a cube b. So, just copy this one. And then we have, so let us arrange this so that we will have the original equation, a to the 6b squared minus 5a cubed bx minus 24x squared. So, is equal now to, so arrange this also by writing first the a cube b. So, quantity a cube b minus 8x is equal to a cube b plus 3x. So, you can check your answer if you will multiply these two factors to each other. So, multiply these two factors to each other, and you will get this answer, this one. So, solve this problem using trial and error and completing the square. So, that's all for today, and I hope that you learned something in our lesson. This is Engineer Armando Umanito. Until next time, and may God bless us all.